Good morning and welcome to the 6th meeting of the Economy and Fair Work Committee of 2026. This morning we have 3 items for consideration, primarily the Digital Assets Scotland Bill at Stage 2, and agenda items 2 and 3 will be taken in private. With that, I welcome the Minister and his officials, and I'll briefly explain the procedure that we will be following this morning. Members should have with them a copy of the bill, the marshalled list and the groupings. These documents are available on the bill webpage on the Scottish Parliament's website for anyone who may be observing. I will call each amendment individually in the order of the marshalled list. The groupings of amendments sets out the amendments in the order that we will be debating them. There will be one debate on each group of amendments, and in each debate I will call the Minister to move and speak to that amendment, and given that all the amendments are from the Government, we have no other ones. At my discretion, I then will call other members who may wish to speak. Members wishing to speak should indicate by catching my or the clerk's attention. I will then call the Minister to wind up and either press press the amendment or seek to withdraw it. If the amendment is pressed, I will put the question on the amendment. If there is a division, voting will be by show of hands. It is important members keep their hands raised clearly until the clerk has recorded their names. If there is a tie, I will exercise a casting vote. The committee is also required to consider and decide on each section and schedule of the bill and the long title. I will put the question on each of these provisions at the appropriate point. So with that, I would like to call Amendment 1 in the name of the Minister, group with Amendments 2 and 4, and I would now invite the Minister to move Amendment 1 and speak to all amendments in the group. Minister.
Thank you, Convener, and good morning to members of the committee. Good to join you for Stage 2 for the next 5 minutes or so, maybe longer. Can I just say that I would like to thank the committee and all stakeholders for their comments on the bill as introduced. I believe that these amendments brought forward by the Government in this group address 2 key issues that were raised at Stage 1 and make the bill stronger as a result. So the committee in its Stage 1 report asked the Scottish Government to reflect on whether certain things should be excluded from the bill's provisions with a view to bringing forward any necessary amendments at Stage 2. Also, some stakeholders in their Stage 1 evidence had expressed concern that the bill may disapply other legislation unintentionally or could otherwise lead to uncertainty as to which legislation should apply when certain things are deemed to be digital assets by the bill. So, having considered this further, having listened to stakeholders and indeed the committee, I have lodged Amendments 2 and 4, which will make it clear that the substantive provisions of the bill, those being sections 2 to 4, are subject to any other enactment whenever passed or made. Therefore, these amendments effectively look both backwards and forwards. The bill is introduced provided that Stage 2 is subject to any enactment, and Amendment 4 extends this requirement to sections 3 and 4 as well. Amendment 2 amends Section 2 in light of this broader approach. These amendments align with the suggestion proposed by the Right Honourable Lord Hodge in his additional written submission to the committee dated the 19th of December, and my officials have engaged also both with the Right Honourable Lord Hodge but also Professor Fox in the development of both these amendments, as well as Amendment 1. So Amendments 2 and 4 provide that if specific provision is made in other legislation which relates to the nature, ownership or acquisition of ownership of things which qualify as digital assets, then the relevant provisions in that other legislation will apply. And looking forwards, likewise, these amendments mean that if future legislation makes provision about the nature, ownership or acquisition of ownership of things which qualify as digital assets, and that provision is inconsistent with the provision made in this bill, then the provisions in that future legislation will take precedence over any relevant provisions in this bill, to the extent of any inconsistencies. So turning to Amendment 1, it's important that the bill does not undermine legal certainty where it already exists. So issues specific to electronic trade documents were raised in evidence by a representative of the Law Society of Scotland and academics from the University of Aberdeen, and indeed members of the committee as well. To advance the position that these should be explicitly excluded from the scope of the bill, given they are already governed by provision in the Electronic Trade Documents Act 2023. So again, having considered this evidence further, I have lodged Amendment 1, which will explicitly exclude electronic trade documents as defined in the 2023 Act from the definition of a digital asset in the bill, which means that the bill's provisions will not apply in relation to those electronic trade documents. So I move Amendment 1 in my name and ask members to support it and the other amendments in this group.
Thank you very much. And do I have any indications for any members wishing to speak? I do not. I then invite the Minister to wind up if he wishes to do so.
Well, thank you for the committee for understanding the need for these amendments, which are about providing clarity and listening to the feedback from the committee report, and also in stage 1, and also the stakeholders' views as well.
Thank you very much. The question, therefore, is that Amendment 1 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. We are agreed. The question, therefore, is that Section 1 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. I now call Amendment 2 in the name of the Minister, already debated with Amendment 1. Minister, to move formally?
Moved.
The question, therefore, is that Amendment 2 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. We are agreed. The question is that Section 2 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. The question, and we are agreed. The question is that Section 3 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. We are agreed. I now call Amendment 3 in the name of the Minister in a group on its own. I now invite the Minister to move and speak to Amendment 3. Minister.
Thank you, Convener. Amendment 3 relates to good faith acquisition for value at Section 4.2 of the bill as introduced. The committee, in its Stage 1 report, called upon the Scottish Government to reflect upon the framing of this provision, having heard views from a representative of the Faculty of Advocates that the existing provision would benefit from being reframed so that ownership by a good faith acquirer for value be stated in a positive sense. The bill is introduced provided that such an acquirer is not prevented from becoming the owner of a digital asset, but does not positively state that the acquirer will become the owner. So again, officials engaged with the Faculty of Advocates following Stage 1, and I'm also wanting to express my gratitude to the Faculty for their ongoing involvement with the bill, and I'm pleased to confirm that the Faculty has indicated their support for the reframed version set out in Amendment 3. So I move Amendment 3 in my name and ask members to support the amendment.
And just ask members if there's any... Murdo Fraser.
Thank you, Convener. Very much welcome this amendment from the Government in response to concerns from the Faculty of Advocates. The one point that occurred to me in relation to this, and we did touch on this in Stage 1 evidence, is whether the wording good faith requires to be more accurately defined. I wonder whether that is something the Government has given any thought to.
Just check whether or not there are any other indications of members wishing to speak. No, I'd like to invite the Minister to wind up.
Thanks for the question, and I'll just respond to that and wind up. We have reflected on all these issues, but we are currently considering Stage 3 amendments, and that's not something we're addressing at the moment that's been brought to our attention in a way that we feel requires any further clarity. There's maybe one other issue that we're looking at perhaps for Stage 3 at the moment. We'll come back to the committee on that and write to you shortly to give you forewarning of any potential Stage 3 amendments for further clarity, because obviously we've got quite a short timetable for this bill and we're just looking at Stage 3 potential opportunities for more clarity, but that's not on our radar at the moment. We're satisfied with the way that is at the moment. Again, this amendment is just giving additional clarity in terms of the positivity of ownership in the way it's expressed in the bill in response to feedback as we discussed from the Faculty.
Thank you very much. The question is that Amendment 3 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. We are agreed. The question is that Section 4 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. We are agreed. The question is that Section 5 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. We are agreed. I call Amendment 4 in the name of the Minister, already debated with Amendment 1, and I invite the Minister to move formally.
Moved.
The question is that Amendment 4 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. We are agreed. The question is that Sections 6 to 9 be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. We are agreed. The question is that the long title be agreed to. Are we all agreed? Yes. We are agreed. And that ends stage 2 of consideration of the bill. And I'd just like to thank the Minister, albeit that we didn't quite meet his 5-minute challenge. And with that, we move into private session. Thank you very much.